Every year on the first weekend of May, Churchill Downs transforms into a vibrant fashion runway. Over time, the Kentucky Derby has established itself as a place to see and be seen.
As Fox 56 reporter Allie Root shows us, the world has had a front row seat well over a century to witness changes in America's culture, which are directly reflected in Derby fashion.
10 started, and there they go.
Fashion has been deeply associated with horse racing for centuries, according to historians.
Of course, Queen and Duke ride in an open carriage.
In European countries, fashion was a way to showcase it as a high society event. On May 17, 1875, this atmosphere was introduced to the U.S. at the very first Kentucky Derby in Louisville.
They all hopped in an open carriage in 1875, and they rode around the streets of Louisville, inviting their friends to come out and to show off their latest beautiful ensembles and to come see what everybody else was wearing.
Jessica Whitehead says the racetrack became a railbird runway, a place to experience what was new in fashion, and of course, catch a horse race or two.
It's not just about aesthetics or the way we look, but it's also about who we are and what we want to tell the world.
Whitehead says fashion trends seen at the Kentucky Derby over the last century and a half have reflected the evolution of American culture and major events in history.
Women getting rid of corsets, and in the 20s and 30s starting to wear things called sportswear that gave them the ability to move around and that showed their agency in society. Definitely in the 1940s, we were seeing women all over the country wearing very military-inspired ensembles during World War II. That was definitely no different here.
But Whitehead says it was the explosion of handmade, one-of-a-kind derby hats in the 1960s and 70s that really earned derby fashion a spot in history books.
When you come to the Kentucky Derby, you never know exactly what you're going to see, but there's always something amazing to see, and it's always an explosion of, color and creativity and often humor.
Melissa Huff is one of the Kentucky Derby Museum's featured milliners this year. She and her store manager have made a career out of helping people craft head-to-toe ensembles for the Derby each year.
Just to be able to showcase different styles that people can wear. And then, of course, when they come in our stores or our boutiques or our workshops, they can, pick something out, but then totally customize it to their taste and their liking. It's a great honor.
Melissa says she designs over 400 hats a year here, and she says this year the name of the game will be Go Big or Go Home in bright colors.
Once they walk into the track, they carry themselves a different way, and when people start stopping them every 10 steps and compliment them on their outfit and their headpiece and want to take their picture, it just takes their whole day, just how they feel about themselves to a whole nother level.
It's the day to stand out and kind of maybe go outside your comfort zone and express in a different way than you normally do on a day-to-day.
To celebrate the fundamental role fashion plays on Derby Day, the Kentucky Derby Museum is launching a new exhibit in July called C and BC, 150 Years of Derby Fashion. There, you'll be able to immerse yourself into the story Derby fashion has told from the very beginning. In Louisville, Allie Root, Fox 56 News.